Hi, and welcome back to Tennessee Times News. This is Carrie, Geren, Scoggins reporting. We have a story today coming out of East Tennessee, a small town, Cleveland, Tennessee, where the county commissioner, an attorney, and a Pentecostal preacher from the Church of God are planning to file suit with the state, wanting clarifications on the gay marriage legislation.
While the Christian churches, collective ministers from across the nation, fear being forced to perform gay weddings in their churches, not knowing about the biblical core values ruling, the attorney is concerned how the federal Supreme Court's decision applies to state marriage license laws. His concern is, can the court, after declaring a law unconstitutional, then turn and enact a new state law to replace the one that the court has said was invalid? Courts cannot pass statutes. Only legislative bodies can pass statutes. The Supreme Court seems to have passed a statute for the states. This attorney is calling this act into question. While the ministers are more concerned with having their civil rights violated, and we'll examine federal law concerning this.
Attorney David Fowler, along with Gwen Green, the Church of God pastor, as well as the county commissioner in Cleveland, Tennessee, are filing suit, demanding more clarifications on what is the church's civil rights in the gay marriage debate. Apparently, they're not familiar with the federal law, the biblical core values ruling, already protecting the church's civil rights. We have the legal right to adhere to the biblical core values, that of Romans chapter 1, cited in the federal Supreme Court ruling. This prevents pastors from being forced to perform gay weddings and prevents separation of church and state being violated, where the state comes in and forces the churches to change their doctrine, theology, preventing Bible censorship, and preventing those in the church from being forced to do things against their religious tenets, that of Romans chapter 1 and other biblical references that do not condone homosexuality. The Christian civil rights movement is definitely underway. In Georgia, going before the state laws or legislation, again, to protect the Christian churches from attempts to criminalize their religious tenets. That we saw in Houston, Texas, with the lesbian mayor, Anais Parker, trying to subpoena church sermons on homosexuality from what they referred to as the Houston Five. She had to drop the subpoenas because the biblical core values ruling states that the churches have a legal right to adhere to biblical core values, that of Romans chapter 1. They do not have to perform gay weddings, and they do not have to censor their sermons. We do not have government censorship, especially concerning religious groups. This has been another Christian Civil Rights News Update from Tennessee Times News. Carrie, Geren, Scoggins.